Who is gonna meet Happy in the final? He's already waiting there. The current overlord of Europe. Happy's looking insanely strong. Made it there into the final here today of the No Smoking Cup with 0 map losses. As you guys may have seen during our WGL European qualifier broadcast, Happy also qualified for China without dropping a single map. That was pretty insane. That was pretty insane. And now, one of these players will meet Happy in the final. It's either JohnnyCage playing as human here, or ShaDai playing as undead. Both players from Russia, as you can see from our overlay. We just saw ShaDai versus Mr. Winner, aka Imperius, and there ShaDai was far superior. Didn't really break a sweat in that game. But Red Bull is... JohnnyCage is a stronger player. JohnnyCage surprised us all immensely when at the WGL European qualifier he kicked Foggy down into the lower bracket. That was insane. None of us were expecting that. Acolyte here, a little hurt already. Wanted to get the pig, slay the critter for the corpse. But with being so hurt, it's going to be harder for him to scout and escape again. It's not the biggest of deals, but ideally, of course, you want to try to keep the Acolyte alive if you can. But now, Footy... Oh, Footy going up on the high ground, looking for the Acolyte, actually. And yeah, the Footy is easily going to be able to chop that one down. Acolyte isn't really seeing much, only sees the Footy first here. Doesn't know about the first hero choice, doesn't know about the creep route. But knows, I guess, that it's not Pally rifles. 4 militia means small green camp to start with. And ShaDai going for the harassment right away. Despite slaying the little critter over here. Not beginning with creeping. I guess he wants to make sure that he is, you know, keeping his opponent honest. Like, he doesn't have the scout information anymore. And if the human, for example, goes for the merc camp first, which they sometimes do, you really want to be there to harass against it. Lots of focus right away on the DK. I like that a lot. AM just firing those fireballs. One after the next. DK, of course, very low region here before he hits the aura. Oh, miscontrol a little bit. He's trying to drag out the creeps. Is the aggro gonna stick? Oh, it actually is. The AM is surrounded! The AM is surrounded with his own Footy. Oh man, this is pretty chaotic right now. Creeps coming in from everywhere. The first Footy actually dies. And now the creeps stand here. They're remaining here. Are you serious? Oh my god. But nighttime hits, so everything's asleep. So I think JohnnyCage should be fine. Man, that was kind of scary though. But at the end of the day, the DK still has 0 experience. That's it. On the Water Elemental and the Trapper both. That was nice. But the big one is the Ogre Magi. He's dropping very low though on HP. Can't even try to go for it. And the AM gets the last hit of the big Ogre Magi. Gets the Gloves of Haste. And if you go for this DK harass early, you really want to try to get level 2. Because being stuck on level 1 with Death Knight is horrible. Oh, but a few more peasants here will certainly be falling. One right there. And another one in a moment. DK needs 3 more peasants for the level up. Don't think he's going to be able to get those. There's one more chart of Red Necromancy. Oh, last hit. Oh, 19 HP on the Footy. That would have gotten him almost to level 2. But he's not. And this is the big downside of going for harassment first instead of creeping. That you can be stuck on level 1. Which again, is awful. Tier 2 tech, almost done. It's going to be time for the Lich then. Lich Slaughterhouse.
The player's forces are under attack.
Less than 50 HP on the DK. Regioning up. Though, little by little. Early scout tower turned into an arcane right away. I like that. And JohnnyCage spending all of his resources early defend. 5 footman defend is really quick. Well, 6 footy defend, I guess. Delaying his tech with that as well. But actually the lumber is looking pretty good for him. And with defend on the footies, they can hold off against a few fiends for a very long time.
A player's forces are under attack.
Here comes the lit, slaughterhouse, more fiends. Would love to see boots on the AM here to try to chase down those fiends, especially since there's no aura. But for the time being, he's just hanging around his expansion, wants to make sure not too many of his peasants or die or whatever.
The town is under siege.
And he's even teching now. I think this game is looking really good so far. For JohnnyCage. Solid play. And the DK just refusing to creep. Just refusing. I like the shop as well. In a timely manner. He's going to finish that. Tower behind. And now the footies are actually pretty good to hold on here. There we go. Defend popped on. And suddenly very little damage. Nova is the big damage source here. But the Lich only has 2 Novas on level 1. At the beginning. And now with the footies, with defend, he should be able to buy enough time for these towers. This is all looking really solid. And the nice Sim City as well, with farms coming up. Again, the footies protecting this. This is looking really good for JohnnyCage. He's playing a super solid game here. Oh, the ritual dagger perhaps could have been useful here. Yeah, maybe. But still not that good. Seems to be a pretty poor item at the moment. Perhaps gonna go through some iteration. Some towers in the main as well. You want to make sure you can't die to a destroyer bust too easily. I'd say you want to have like 3 guard towers in every base. Plus 1 arcane, perhaps. If you don't go rifles. Some human players, upon reaching tier 2, will start going rifles. Perhaps even before, to be safe against destroyers and whatever might come. But I think JohnnyCage is going to be spamming tier 3 here. Kind of low on footies. He could be making many more footmen. Well, at least 1 more. But of course, he's also going to need some supply available for the second hero, which is going to be most likely the Mountain King. And ShaDai is getting barely anything done. And so much of it comes down to the early. The decision not to creep, the decision to be aggressive on level 1, can backfire on you very, very hard, as we are seeing in this game. And there we go. Tier 3 coming, MK coming. And even 4 guard towers at the expansion. That one's looking very secure right now. In the main we have 2. And a second barracks. Would love to see for JohnnyCage also 1 Sanctum for a few breakers. Just to be ready for possible banshees later on. Oh, the creeps are getting aggroed by the towers. Uh-oh. Is that intentional? Oh, he's blocking in the rock golem actually. Wow. JohnnyCage with the plays. I'm not sure if he got the experience, to be honest. Clicked on it a little bit too late. But these fiends can't break the space. And now the MK finds the first kill. And he certainly got the experience for that one. Orb of Corruption being brought by the ghoul. The footies though, of course, now upon tier 3 they are pretty useless. They die very, very quickly. More and more falling, more experience. And DK did finally get level 2. That's a big, big game changer. Oh, that feed might be level 3, but there's so little damage. But he actually gets it! Oh man! Another big level up here for JohnnyCage, just at the right time. Mountain King. Very low. 1 destroyer being morphed. Is he gonna morph more? If he morphs more, he's almost all in, trying to bust one of these bases. That's too many towers. You can't crack that with just a few with just 3 destroyers. Oh, blacksmith. A little late. But seems to still be in time for the mass knights. If he wants to go for them. 2,000 gold, man. JohnnyCage is so rich. Playing a really strong defensive game here so far. He's missing a workshop though, right? Knights and gyros. An old human classic. The good old A-click strat. Only requires you to survive to high numbers. You don't really have to micro. Just A-click and use spells. But yeah, no gyros here. Just knights. There we go. Workshop now. Again, that's a little bit late. So the macro was slipping for JohnnyCage a little. But he's still fine. First meat wagon coming now. But that is so late. I think that's too late. 2 knights at a time now. Paladin third. JohnnyCage is going to break upkeep here soon. Oh, Archmage. Very far forward. Nova. Should have gotten Nova right there. But only 1 meat wagon isn't that much damage. Not even Disease Cloud against these peasants. And once there's 4 knights, he can probably come in here and try to storm this. And even with militia then. Even with 2 knights, he's coming in. If he kills off the meat wagon, which he will, that's going to be a lot of pressure alleviated from the expansion. Second meat wagon is here, but second meat wagon is also gonna be gone. Nice save on the knight with the staff. He has Holy Light now with the paladin. This is really, really solid play by JohnnyCage. And ShaDai, not the best play by him, honestly. Level 2 was way, way, way too late for him. More and more knights are coming. Oh, Stormbolt, Lich in trouble. There's no more coil, and the Lich dies to the Holy Light in a couple of right clicks. And that kind of looks like GG. Tier 3 Knights Gyros. They're back. We haven't seen them in quite a while. But they are back.
A player's forces are under attack.
Gyros being pooled in the main. Once again, JohnnyCage's macro is lacking a little. Supply stuck all over the place. But aside from the few macro slip-ups, this was a super, super solid game. It's not necessarily over yet, but it's like 95% over. Oh, very good item. Ancient Django, the knight's now even faster. Everything, of course, faster. Only thing that JohnnyCage is missing here is hero levels on Paladin and Mountain King. Other than that, everything is looking great.
A player's forces are under attack.
Destroyers are really good against knights and against water elementals, but they get demolished by gyros, of which we have more and more coming. Sundering Blades is coming, the second attack upgrade for the knights. Sundering Blades is basically another attack upgrade for knights against medium armor. Even more than that. I don't think I've seen this icon before. Looks pretty cool. DK getting focused, getting storm-bolted, invul transferred. For 7 seconds he's gonna be fine. But here come the gyros. And they're destroying the fiends. The Lich is dead as well. Can't save him. And that must be it. GG! And the 1-0 for JohnnyCage. Really solid play. Really good, solid play. And JohnnyCage, with that bad opening, couldn't fight his way back. Much like the Banshees, this is something that I'm going to be repeating to my dying day. DK level 1 is awful. You have to try to get level 2 as quickly as possible. And for that reason, it's probably, a lot of the time, going to be better to start off with creeping than with harassment right away. For 20 years old, Johnny's a great player. Yeah, he's a really good player. And he is that young, exactly. He's like one of the very few young talents that we have in the scene in Europe. Was always active, or has been active on ladder for years now, but only more recently got into more serious competition, playing in the qualifiers and such as well. At WGL, had an impressive showing against Foggy. After that, it didn't go too well for him, moving forward in the bracket. But that certainly was quite the surprise. What is JohnnyCage's AKA? He's Red Bull on ladder, but his real name is JohnnyCage. Yeah, but on ladder he's Red Bull, where he plays random most of the time. Echo Isles will be our next map, which is another really easy expansion map. I wonder what he vetoed. Normally Echo Isles is like the undead veto against human. But we're gonna have it here. Thank you very much, more buds, for the 500 bits. Good work, you guys. Do a great job. Thank you very much, man. That's very nice. Much appreciated. We're looking for the right host right now. I think the ping wasn't too great in the last one. But we're going to have our second map here in a moment. I'm kind of surprised that JohnnyCage is such a big proponent, I guess, of fast expanding. When we saw him play against Night Elf, he never tried to fast expand. Are those takeout boxes? No. No, they're not. They're not. It's contact lens stuff. Alright, they're having some issues here. Trying to host the next one, but should be resolved in a moment. What do you think about the Tome of Experience removal? I love it! That's something that I screamed into Matt Morris's ear when we were at Blizzard. I was really, really adamant about Tome of Experience being broken. I don't know if that influenced the change. But yeah, I hated Tome of Experience. I hate it! I don't hate it as much as Illusions. But yeah, I mean, it was always a cool find. You know, when you find it yourself, it feels good. It gives you a good feeling in the game, but it's so broken, dude. It's so broken. It is our sub-icon as well, of course. So, you know, we have some personal connection with it. But balance-wise, it's not a good idea. It's not. You hate illusions, question mark? Yes, I absolutely hate illusions. Hate them. On the Blade Master, I think it's fine. You know, it's a skill point, and you can expect it from a Blade Master if that should be meta or whatever. But the item drop illusions, hate them. Hate them like crazy. Because it messes with your micro. You know, you see a target coming in, and usually the best response is a certain response, and you want to try to go for it. But then, after a moment, you see it's an illusion, like, damn, you know. Potential wasted. It gives a bit of more depth to the game. You know, you can try to fake out some maneuvers, and you can try to what's the word? Bait some spells and whatever. But I hate it. I hate it. Mountain Giants are fine, though. Yeah, Mountain Giants are fine, right? Does anyone... I think Mountain Giants are okay. In the lobby, or in the chat rather, everyone is speaking Russian. I have no idea what's going on. But I think they are about to get it to work. I trust in them, in their abilities. They can't create the map. So Echo Isles is bugged right now? Is that what's happening? Well, that's new. Wait, didn't we see Echo earlier? We did. We saw a game on Echo Isles earlier. Mr. Winner. All right. We're going to let the officials work that out. X3 Demon on the case, the head admin here today. Once again, doing a great job. They can't create Echo Isles, but can create other maps. But we saw Echo earlier. How is that? Is 15 less mana on the Keeper of the Grove enough of a nerf? Well, it's one less intelligence, so it's also one less damage. Which is somewhat considerable in the early. And less damage on the Treants. So yeah, that's a pretty big nerf. I really want to see more Demon Hunter in the future. Oh, I'm pretty sure we will. I am pretty sure we will. Especially in the mirror. Oh, I think we finally got it to work. Nice. We have found the good host, apparently. So, second map coming up. JohnnyCage's strat looked super solid. That's kind of like the 1.27 meta. Fast expansion, tier 3. Well, back then we saw a lot of tanks, I guess. But we saw a lot of Knights Gyros. Knights Gyros, tier 3, triple hero. Still good against undead. Always has been. Unless the undead heroes are completely out of control, then it can be very difficult. But that was absolutely not the case in the last game. Finally! ready to go. Remo, do you know if we keep our accounts with Reforged, with the stats and everything? I got no idea how that's gonna work, honestly. I don't know if they're gonna rework the Battle.net platform and stuff. I don't know. I don't think they have an answer to that yet. We haven't heard anything, certainly, so far. Alright. Second game, finally. Sorry for the hold up, guys, but now we are ready. JohnnyCage here with the lead. Wait, didn't I update this? No, I did. With the lead, 1-0. Spawning on the right-hand side of Echo Isles. On the left, we have ShaDai, who didn't have much of an answer, to be honest. That was pretty one-sided for JohnnyCage at the end of the day. ShaDai never really got a foot in the door. Started off badly. You can't have your DK remain so low level for so long. It is known. Ted Fiend opening once again. The standard by ShaDai. And alter towards the expansion right away. Is he gonna go instant expo? So, the altar suggests that he's gonna be moving south. Not towards the green camp here, which is the most standard opening. What is the best build against instant expansion? I'm kind of asking for personal benefit as well. I never know. If the human goes instant expansion, meaning he runs down with a couple of footies and militia, creeps that right away, and expands right away. I never know what the right build is. The right opening. If you go over here to harass right away, you're gonna be too late to kill any of the creeps. If you go creeping to level 2 over here, special Remo creep route, you're also too late to do anything about this. I think the best build against this might be DK slays the sheep over here, gets skeletons, goes to this green camp, creeps up this green camp, summons more skeletons, skeletons into the main, harassing the peasants here, and the DK at the same time, after having crept this, goes to the expansion. I think that might be the best opening against the instant expansion. So we do see instant expansion. AM already killing the Acolyte. That's a big deal, by the way. You don't want to lose the Acolyte against instant expansion. Because that means now, once this camp is entirely taken, there will be level 2 AM instantly. So DK. He is choosing the instant aggression, which, in my opinion, lost him the last game. And this is exactly how this works. DK comes, all the creeps are dead. So, what do you do now? Aiming for the AM right away. I guess that's your best play. But AM's got the ring here as well. Okay, DK is looking for some peasant kills. JohnnyCage actually didn't have the resources perfectly, so he can't set up the expansion right away. He mismanaged his resources slightly. Don't know exactly how, but he's gonna have the lumber soon. Going for a tower first, I guess. With the expansion being so early, it's okay if you delay the build a little. Oh shit, ghouls! I didn't see the ghouls coming. Alright, this is gonna be a lot more dangerous now. Water elementals here, still to defend. And ghouls, what are they doing? Considering trying to go for peasants or tower. Killing off the peasants here first. And now going for the tower. Dude, but JohnnyCage was so ready for this. Mass repair really quickly. Good targeting on the water elementals. Always focusing on the ghouls. And this tower won't be cancelled. AM is low HP already, but the DK is basically out of mana. Instant targeting of the Arcane Tower on the Death Knight. Very, very well done. JohnnyCage once again playing a super solid game. This expansion has certainly been delayed a lot, but this opening also costs the undead. He's going ghouls. Ghoul opening. Fiends are going to be very late. And ghouls will fall off extremely hard later on. Already, once the Archmage is level 3. But that is far away. So, alright. Ghoul opening to harass this. Did some damage. But I don't know that it was enough damage. I would say not. So I think JohnnyCage once again, with a better early game, into this match. And in a good position now. What's the tech saying? Tech is still a little bit away. Sacrificial Skull. Is this just going to be for creeping HP regen? Or is he actually going to counter expand? Interesting. I am getting closer to 3. That is, of course, also a big downside if you go for the instant expansion. You might be stuck on level 2 for a long time. But unlike Night Elf, you can't just TP out and heal up with the Moonwells, buy Boots of Speed, and keep on with the pressure. With the Unit being so low, having hurt quite a few ghouls of his. After the first escape. Oh, damn! Ritual Dagger, boys. Here we go. First time on Back to Warcraft, by the way. Oh. It's a little clunky, though. There we go. Alright. That's a lot of regen. That's a lot of regen for these ghouls. So, in this situation, actually, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It's, wouldn't say it's, like, super strong, but it's pretty nice. It's lagging. According to my OBS, I'm not dropping any frames. F5 seems to work, guys. Try to refresh. Oh, Panda second! Oh my god. He is so all in. He's so all in against this expansion. Alright, here we go. Let's see if it works. One skeleton kill will be the level 3 for the AM. Does he realize this? Militia should be coming from the main as well. He knows he's all in with the Panda here. Boom, level 3 for the AM. Gonna be level 2. Water Elementals coming in very soon. Shop is done as well. Not even bringing any Militia. This is how safe he's feeling. I don't know if that's exactly the right call here. Water Elementals, though, being summoned over and over. Undead Heroes already low mana, but so is the AM. And here come the Militia now, finally. A little bit late, though, perhaps. So many skeletons here. The Arcane Tower has to do a lot. And so does the Water Elemental, I guess. But the Militia, or the Peasants rather, are still mining. Like, the mining hasn't really been disrupted. The Footies, some of them died, a lot of them are hurt. But still 1,000 gold here for JohnnyCage. He's gonna get a Water Elemental, okay, but it's not like he's gonna get a level up from this. And I think JohnnyCage is holding here rather easily. Rather easily, I would say. He's going tier 3 behind this. This is not super all-in, tier 2. Might be like a destroyer push or something. Old school undead style. Mana pot, heal pot on the AM now. Here's tier 2. He can't afford it. He has more than enough gold. And second hero MK should be coming. Yep. No tier 3 rush though. A few more peasants will be made before. Panda normally always means destroyer push later. So perhaps he should go for a heavier tower fortification now. I think the safe play would be delay your tech, set up a bunch of towers, because with a Panda second, this undead play is pretty all in. There's no counter expansion anywhere in sight, and this is not a very great scaling hero. So tier 3 is coming before any towers. I think that's a little risky. Because JohnnyCage, he doesn't really have a read on the tech timing. We can easily check it. We say, okay, tier 3 is done now, Lich is coming, 1 Slaughterhouse. But they could easily be double Slaughterhouse. There could be 4 statues standing over here already. So I think it's a little risky, not going for any towers. But it's working out for JohnnyCage. It looks like JohnnyCage is on his way into the final. And ShaDai, looking a little lost in the matchup against Human, if you ask me. Again, the opening. You guys may know I'm kind of obsessed with openings, but I think this was a poor opening against instant expansion. The instant harass didn't really do much. And now at the shop, Red Bull was able, JohnnyCage, excuse me, Grab the invul, perhaps a heal scroll. No, didn't go for the heal scroll, despite all of his gold. Still saving up tons of money. Workshop is coming now.
Players' forces are under
Double
attack.
workshop. Oh my god, is he going tanks? Going mass gyros. So he's definitely expecting the
Town is
destroyers.
under siege.
But it's actually a lot of ghouls heading towards the main. But also, JohnnyCage now wants to go on the economic hunt. Going for the acolytes. They're of course pretty vulnerable. And with a stormbolt, the first one will be killed. Militia trying to hold off against these ghouls, but it's only a single tower. Again, if there were like 2 towers in this base, 2 guards, or maybe even 3, this would be much easier to deal with. But at the end of the day, it's still gonna be 1 mining base against 0. And JohnnyCage, this is a smart play. This is the smart play, this is the correct play. Just going for the haunted. Counterattack. Absolutely the right call here. Yes, the main is kind of in shambles. There's barely any mining. But neither is here. AM is dropping low though. Would love to have that scroll of healing now. Ooh, is he gonna get it? Second water elemental coming in. I think he's got it. TP out, haunted, dead. TP towards the expansion, towards the shop. The main base is gonna be raided a little bit more here. Oh, and perhaps he's gonna get the ultra before the paladin. Ghouls do have frenzy. Oh, it's gonna be close. Woo! Very close. Oh my god, I think he got it. Yeah, paladin does not come out. Damn. That was like 2 seconds or something. Thank you very much, Jenny Prenzelberg with the 32 months. Arthurs did nothing wrong. Burger Donkey with the 2 months. Arthurs did nothing wrong. Where did that come from? Alright, here we go. The Frenzy Ghouls at the moment kind of strong. Not too much to deal with them, really. AM, what's he doing here? In a very dangerous position. But the Lich as well. He doesn't have healing anymore. DK didn't have any mana. And now the Stormbolt trying to surround the Death Knight. Does he have it? He does. Oh, Water Elemental expires. DK gets out to the side. But the Lich is dead. The Orb of Corruption. Oh, he still got the Orb, actually. Handed it over, I believe. And the Frenzy Ghouls, man. Still not too easy to deal with them, but ShaDai gives it up. Doesn't see a chance anymore. GG. And the 2-0 for JohnnyCage.